Holy smokes, the Kamala Harris campaign is freaking out. They're losing it because they know they are in deep. Look, America, you're going to have to stop listening to the propaganda campaigns that the media have concocted for you because they are not telling you the truth. You should know that by now. Coming out of a debate, you should have known that they had a script already ready to go. They knew exactly what to say. They knew what the message was going to be. They were going to lie to you. But the problem for them is that we're the media now. You see, while she was in the middle of that debate, she was being fact-checked all over the place. And people in real time were watching the lies that she was telling unfold before them on the devices they had in their hand. And you can tell the Kamala Harris campaign is in absolute panic right now because they've done two things that no campaign ever wants to do to signal they're winning. Number one, she demanded a second debate. Why would you demand another debate if you feel like you won the first one? You don't. You walk away from it and say, we're good. We don't need to do anymore, which is exactly what Trump did. And the second thing that they've done is the kiss of death for her campaign. They made a statement that they're going to put her out in the public more. They're going to put her in front of the media more. They're going to give more access to her. And the reason why they did that is really important. You see, the New York Times and Siena released a poll at the beginning of this week, and it clearly explained that voters are not settled on Kamala Harris because they don't know what she believes in, because they've seen the video clips of her saying one thing years ago and another thing today. They know she's a liar. She had one opportunity in a debate to tell people who she is and what she believes, and she failed, and they know it. So now they have to do the last thing that they wanted to do. They did not want to put her in front of people. Why? Well, here's why.
How are you feeling about Pennsylvania?
I am feeling very good about Pennsylvania because there are a lot of people in Pennsylvania who deserve to be seen and heard. That's why I'm here in Johnstown, and I will be continuing to travel around the state.
Folks, the last thing that they ever wanted to do was that, because they know that Kamala Harris is the least skilled politician to ever run for president. They wanted to hide her as long as they could, and they realize after that debate, they don't have a choice. They're in trouble, and they know it.
I agree 1,000% with what he had to say, which is why, obviously, you guys got to see that clip. They know they're in trouble. They're panicking. They're absolutely panicking right now. You guys saw that clip that he showed right there with her in Pennsylvania. Why are you in Pennsylvania? Well, and then she looks down, and then she goes into speaking about a bunch of nothing. This says everything you need to know. They started off this campaign trying to hide her. The fact that they have her out and about now, trying to talk to the media a little bit more, doing an interview, which we're about to get into right now, says a whole lot. If you truly felt like you won the debate, why do you want another one? That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make sense. You went from telling Trump no when Trump had agreed to 3 debates. Right? Trump was like, hey, I agreed to Fox, I agreed to ABC and NBC. You told Trump, no, I'm only agreeing to this one. And then you tried to change the rules last minute and realized you couldn't do that. Well, it turns out they did it behind closed doors. But now all of a sudden, now you want more debates? Like, that should tell you everything you need to know. They're on the ropes. We have them right where we want them. Keep the pedal to the metal. Keep pressing that pedal to the metal. But let's get into this interview because she did an interview with a local news anchor by the name of Brian Taff in Pennsylvania. And yeah, we're going to get right on into it. Let's check it out.
All good?
Okay.
Okay, wonderful. Good. Awesome. Madam Vice President, pleasure to meet you. Thanks for your time today. Our audience appreciates your time as well.
Of course.
As you know, we're sitting here in a state and arguably in front of an audience that 54 days from now could decide the outcome of this presidential election. Yeah. You hear it more than I do. People want to know more about you and about your specific plans. At the debate the other night, you talked about creating an opportunity economy. Mm-hmm. I wonder if we could drill down on that a little bit. When we talk about bringing down prices and making life more affordable for people, what are 1 or 2 specific things you have in mind for that?
Well, I'll start with this. I grew up a middle-class kid. My mother raised my sister and me. She worked very hard. She was able to finally save up enough money to buy our first house when I was a teenager. I grew up in a community of hardworking people, construction workers and nurses and teachers. And I try to explain to some people who may not have had the same experience, but a lot of people will relate to this. I grew up in a neighborhood of folks who were very proud of their lawn, and I was raised to believe and to know that all people deserve dignity, and that we as Americans have a beautiful character. You know, we have ambitions and aspirations and dreams, but not everyone necessarily has access to the resources that can help them fuel those dreams and ambitions. So when I talk about building an opportunity economy, it is very much with the mind of investing in the ambitions and aspirations and the incredible work ethic of the American people, and creating opportunity for people, for example, to start a small business. My mother, worked long hours, and our neighbor helped raise us. We used to call her, I still call her, our second mother. She was a small business owner. I love our small business owners. I learned who they are from my childhood, and she was a community leader. She hired locally. She mentored. Our small businesses are so much a part of the fabric of our communities, not to mention, really, I think, the backbone of America's economy. So my opportunity economy plan includes giving startups a $50,000 tax deduction to start their small business. It used to be $5,000. Nobody can start a small business with $5,000. But investing in people's innovative ideas and giving them the ability to go for it. Opportunity economy means, look, we don't have enough housing in America. We have a housing supply shortage. And what that means, in particular for so many younger Americans, the American dream is elusive. It's just actually not attainable. So part of my plan is to work with the private sector and housing developers to give them a tax credit, to be able to partner with us as the government, to build, and my goal is 3 million new homes by the end of my first term. In addition, to help people who just want to get their foot in the door, literally. And so giving first-time home buyers a $25,000 down payment assistance to be able to just get in the door, and then they will do the work that they need to do to save and to pay that mortgage and to build wealth for themselves and their family. These are some examples of what I mean when I talk about an opportunity economy, and a lot of it has to do with just the community I was raised in and the people that I admired, who work hard, and deserve to have, their dreams fulfilled because they're prepared to work for it.
You talk.
Does anybody feel dumber after they just heard that? I'm just as lost as ever. Like, what? Bro, that was just like rambling on rambling. And then, by the way, I'll give $25,000, which, by the way, would actually just raise the price of the homes that people are selling. Oh, well, you get a $25,000 credit. Well, I'm going to raise the price of my home by $25,000 because I know you can afford it now because you got the extra $25K. And again, like, how are you going to pay for that? What? Tax the rich. As if that's ever happened. Like, let's be real here. Anyway, let's continue.
At the debate and at previous appearances about turning the page on the past, and in fact here today in Johnstown, you're talking about a new way forward. Yeah. I think some people have a question, given maybe your current role as Vice President of the United States, how different you are from Joe Biden. And so I wonder if there are one or two spots, policy areas or approaches where you would say, I'm a different person.
Well, I'm obviously not Joe Biden. And, I offer a new generation of leadership. And so, for example, thinking about developing and creating an opportunity economy where it's about investing in areas that really need a lot of work. And maybe focusing on, again, the aspirations and the dreams, but also just recognize.
Do you guys hear how many times she's like swallowing as she's talking? Am I the only person that's noticing that? Like, she's like gulping like crazy and continuously like looking down as she's talking. Like, just look up at the guy. Why do you keep looking down? Does she have like notes down there or something that she's like peeking at? Is this just like nervousness? Like, is she just like, I don't know, but I just keep hearing her gulp in my ear, and it is terrible listening to it. Bro, like, what do you, like, drink some water or something? Like, my goodness. Sheesh. And like she's starting this answer off the same as her last answer. Anybody notice that too? Like the beginning of this one sounds like the beginning of the last one. Kind of weird, but let's continue.
That at this moment in time, some of the stuff we could take for granted years ago, we can't take for granted anymore. For example, another plan that I have that is a new approach is to expand the child tax credit to $6,000 for young families for the first year of their child's life, because that is obviously a very critical stage of development of a child. And a lot of young parents need the help to buy a car seat or a crib or clothes for their kids. And so my approach is about new ideas, new policies that are directed at the current moment. And also, to be very honest with you, my focus is very much in what we need to do over the next 10, 20 years to catch up to the 21st century around, again, capacity, but also challenges.
Crime and public safety are two major issues.
Remind you, the answer or the question was, how is she different? And that was her answer. All right.
Right at the forefront of voters' minds in Philadelphia as well, where crime is a significant issue. When we talk about crime, the conversation turns to gun safety as well. And I think you actually probably caught a lot of people off guard, maybe a bit by surprise in the debate the other night when you mentioned that you are a gun owner. I know you said it in 2019 as well. I want to talk about your values on this issue. When it comes to gun ownership, where do you draw the line in America on gun ownership and gun use?
Well, like you said, Brian, I am a gun owner, and Tim Walz, my running mate, is also a gun owner. We're not taking anybody's guns away. I support the Second Amendment, and I support reasonable gun safety laws. Part of my approach to this is I was a career prosecutor for most of my career. I have personally prosecuted homicide cases. I have personally looked at autopsies. I have personally seen what assault weapons do to the human body. And so I feel very strongly that it is consistent with the Second Amendment and your right to own a gun to also say we need an assault weapons ban. They're literally tools of war. They were literally designed to kill.
So on one hand, I'm not going to take your guns, but on the other hand, I am going to take your guns. And I'm going to take the gun that kills less people. I'm going to take your assault weapons, whatever that means. But I'll leave the handguns, I guess. But handguns pine box more people than assault weapons do. And that's a fact. Do you see the games that they're playing? Yeah, I'm going to take the least deadly weapon, the one that kills the least amount of people first. So then I can just hit the reverse button and come back and take the handguns because those kill more people than the assault ones do. And that'll be my reasoning. Look at how many people are pine box because of these handguns. Oh, well, we gotta have a handgun ban. You see what they're trying to do? Like, it's obvious what's going on here. But anyway, let's continue.
A lot of human beings quickly. I say we need universal background checks. The majority of NRA members support that. Why? Because it's just reasonable. You just might want to know before someone can buy a lethal weapon if they've been found by a court to be a danger to themselves or others. You just might want to know.
Two final questions, if I might.
Sure.
On the appeal of the man you were running against, as you drove here today, you likely saw a lot of Trump signs. Mm-hmm. He has an historic appeal in this country. And as you are someone running against him and trying to understand that, I wonder how you distill it. What do you understand his appeal to be? And how do you speak to his voters? Or maybe people who just share his values but are open to something else?
I, based on experience and a lived experience, no. In my heart, I know, in my soul, I know that the vast majority of us as Americans have so much more in common than what separates us. And I also believe that I am accurate in knowing that most Americans want a leader who brings us together as Americans and not someone who professes to be a leader who is trying to have us point our fingers at each other. I think people are exhausted with that approach, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so why do you
I
do
think
it?
people want a leader who has common sense and tries to find common ground. I'm supported by over 200 Republicans who worked for both Presidents Bush, John McCain, and Mitt Romney. I'm supported by the former Vice President Dick Cheney, former Congress member Liz Cheney.
Oh, so you mean being supported by the same rhino folks who people were talking about? Oh, well, Republicans and Democrats, they're just two wings of the same bird. You're bragging about being supported by the Uniparty. You just exposed yourself. Congratulations, you played yourself. So keep on bragging about being supported by these rhinos. You know, the Republicans that are part of that same bird. And the only reason why they don't support Trump is because he's not a part of that bird with y'all. Y'all thought he would be. That's why everybody loved him. And I got the videos to prove it. If y'all want me to show y'all, I could put it in a whole nother video. Everybody loved Trump. He had one of the most popular television shows on TV, The Apprentice. Everybody loved him, from Oprah to Muhammad Ali to Joy Behar. He was on The View with Whoopi Goldberg. Love you. To Michael Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough. All of them. They all loved him. I got the videos. You can't tell me it ain't true. I've seen it with my own two eyes. But then y'all started hating him when he ran as a Republican and won, and y'all figured out, oh, he ain't really with us. Nah, F him. So keep on bragging about being supported by the Uniparty. Go ahead. I love it. Because you just told everyone exactly who you are. You want us to keep voting for the same stuff we've always been getting? No. We're done with that. The Uniparty is getting kicked out for good now. Bye-bye.
And I think people are more willing now, in light of the hate and division that we see coming out of Donald Trump, to say, hey, let's put country first. And I think that just makes us stronger and more healthy as a country. To say, look, we can all debate our differences around, various policies, but let's stop with the division. Like, enough of that. Let's bring everybody together.
And finally, as you introduce yourself to America in a new way, they've heard much of your story at the Democratic National Convention and in that debate earlier this week. If there's one thing that you wish Americans knew about who Kamala Harris is that you don't think they know yet, what would that be?
I don't know. I mean, probably it's not very different from anybody watching right now. I love my family. One of my favorite things that I lately have not been able to do is Sunday family dinner. I love to cook. I have incredible friends. My best friend from kindergarten is still my best friend. I think that, I have a career that really, and I said it the other day, as a career prosecutor, I never asked a victim of crime, were they a Republican or a Democrat. The only thing I ever asked them is, are you okay? And I think that's the approach that most Americans want, regardless of who they voted for in the last election, in terms of turning the page and charting the way forward.
I imagine you're looking forward to cooking Sunday dinner again.
I am looking forward. Yes, I am looking forward to cooking. The whole family gets involved. The kids each have their role. Yeah.
Well, it's a beautiful family, and we thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Pleasure meeting you.
Thank you, Brian.
So much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all.
Wonderful. Thank you, guys.
If you don't mind, we're going to do a crew photo.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that was absolutely terrible. I want to pull that up because I want to read the comments on that. This is the same video, okay? This is the same video. Hold on, let me unmute it.
Incredible work ethic of the American people.
On that a little bit. When we talk about
All right, so y'all see that, okay? It's the same video. This isn't me doing any type of trickery. I'm being 100% transparent. Y'all saw me just pull up the video literally just now. I'm about to scroll down to the comment section now. All right, let's see what the comment section talking about. Am I wrong, or did she just give the exact same answer as she did at the debate? Yeah, she definitely did that. What is your plan for the economy? In West Philadelphia, born and raised on a playground where I spent most of my Hey, if you know where this is from, comment below. If you know where this answer is from, comment below. Comment below in the comment section, all right? When CNN didn't even mention this interview on their website, you know it was a bomb. Kamala did not grow up in the middle class. She's the daughter of a wealthy... Yeah, I'm not reading all that. What are you doing, ABC? This is journalistic suicide. If ABC could turn off the comments without losing even more credibility, they would. ABC turned off the comment section? Wow, I didn't know that. Is that true? Is that true? Y'all let me know. I might need to fact check that here in a second. They turned off the comments. People are roasting. But that goes to prove that we are now the media. It's not television. It's folks like me who are now the media. Right? And you can see it in some of their primetime viewership numbers. I can pull more views just by myself. It's just little old me. And as I always like to talk about that wall back there that y'all always tell me I need to paint, which, hey, I'm going to get to that, okay? I'm going to get to that. I'm going to upgrade the background and everything, okay? I'm going to make it look a lot more professional, all right? But yeah, it's literally just me. I don't have an advertising budget. I don't have like an assistant or crew, which, hey, sometimes I do think it would be nice to have a couple of folks, you know, helping me out, put the stories together and whatnot, you know, because it would make things a lot easier. But no, like, it's just me. And I could pull over 1 million views every single day, millions of views every single day. Just me. No advertising. No big network. I'm not on television. I literally just drop the video. I just drop it. And y'all do the rest, right? Y'all do the rest. So, yeah, we are the media now. But let's continue on. What a joke. She never answers real questions. She has no real plan. Just spouts what she thinks you want to hear. She keeps bringing up being raised middle class. What BS. Just give real answers. What a shame. Half of an 11-minute interview was her dodging the same question with the same answer. Did she just repeat the whole debate? I would like to see Kamala answer questions from multiple reporters at a press conference. Her body language speaks louder than her word salad answers. If you are uncomfortable doing a softball interview, you can stand up. How can you stand up to tough leaders of the world? What the F? How can someone use so many words and say practically nothing? That's exactly what I was thinking. Bro, she said so much without saying anything at all. Like, it's honestly incredible. It's honestly, it really is. She said a whole lot, but said nothing at all. It's insane. But, I mean, this comment section continues on. Presidential debate. First question, was life better for Americans? Kamala, I was raised middle class. Shameless interview. Our media should be ashamed of themselves. The good thing that interviews like this make us appreciate Trump even more. Asked about the economy. She tells us how proud neighbors were of their lawn. We heard you at the debate, lady. Put the script down and give an actual answer. Yeah. I have secondhand embarrassment, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it continues on. I mean, sheesh. She's literally repeating her same debate speech. This is ridiculous. Bro, can you challenge her on her answers and ask her to be specific? Yeah. I mean, yeah, people are roasting her in that comment section right there, and rightfully so. This is absolutely terrible and shameful. Whoever told her to go out there and do that, one, they should be fired, but two, it also speaks to their desperation. They know this was a terrible interview. They know it was going to be a terrible interview, but they know they have no choice at this point in time. Let's keep the pedal pushed all the way down to that metal, guys. Get in contact with a guy like Scott Pressler. Get in contact with, organization like TPUSA. Let's get involved. Work at a polling place. Okay. If you gotta vote early, right? Any way you can, knock on doors, okay? We need to be pressing down. We have them on the ropes, guys. We got them on the ropes right now. This is proof. They want a second debate. We got them on the ropes. Let's keep it there. Let's keep them there. All right? Y'all stay safe out there. Peace and love. I'm out.